After overhearing a talk about the camp's 300 female cheerleaders, Nick and Shawn, two popular football players, departed summer football camp and joined a cheering camp. Both enjoy their summers to the fullest by being surrounded by gorgeous girls. The boys, however, end up changing their playbook when Shawn falls for Carly. Stick around to the end to see how the whole story unfolds. Hello and welcome to Comedy Recap. Today we will give you a recap of the film Fired Up. Spoilers ahead, obviously. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Nick and Shawn are two best friends who seem to have everything going for them. They are the star players at their school and are also popular with the girls due to their good looks. So, in a nutshell, the movie is centered around these two friends, with Shawn being the smart and rational one, and Nick being the smooth talker. The movie begins with the two guys making out with two girls. The girls can be seen frightened as soon as their fathers, who are gym mates, show up in the driveway. They urge the guys to curl up in a ball so it won't hurt as much when their fathers beat them up. Nick and Shawn, being the studs of the football team, quickly devise a plan to escape by adopting a football formation that proves to be successful. They manage to slip past the fathers to their car and drive away while getting chased by the girls' hunky dads. The boys end up driving to a dead end, and in the following chaos they abandon the car, run, climb over shrubs and walls to get rid of the fathers. They wind up at an all-girls pool party, where they can be seen having a good time. During the break of their football match, Shawn and Nick admire the girls who are watching them play and point them out to each other while neglecting their game. Their game-focused teammates keep inquiring about their next play, only to be ignored until the coach interrupts them. Meanwhile, the cheerleaders start with their awful cheering since the team takes too long to continue the game. The cheer team is shown to be terrible and completely out of sync as the girls tumble down on top of each other during a formation. After the game, the coach informs Shawn and Nick of the football camp's relocation to El Paso, Texas, rather than the beach. While hanging out on the beach and attending the bonfire with the other Gerald R. Ford High School students, the guys talk about how they're going to get through the next 2 weeks without any girls. Just as they're discussing this, they hear the cheerleaders talking about the cheer camp where they are going to be around 300 girls from different high schools. Intrigued by what they have just heard, they ponder over the thought of going to the cheer camp with the ladies instead of going to the football camp in the scorching desert. After getting information from Carly, the cheer captain, they make the decision of going to the cheer camp. It's obviously not easy to get into the cheerleading team when you have a notorious reputation at school. The biggest issue is persuading Carly to allow Shawn and Nick to join the squad. They both go to Shawn's sister Poppy and seek her assistance in impressing the cheerleaders so that they can join the team. Poppy is a witty teenager, quick with the remarks and clever with strategies. With Poppy's guide, the three of them hatch a scheme to impress the members of the cheerleading team. They pretend to be good at cheering by flinging Poppy 20 feet in the air to free the frisbee from the tree and doing flips in front of the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are so amazed that they inquire Carly if she can let them join the team, but Carly straight up says no to them. The rest of the cheerleaders then approach the team's coach, who is thrilled to have Shawn and Nick on board as she claims that they are in desperate need of muscle. The difficult part now begins, as they must persuade their football coach that they will be ditching the football summer camp. Nick brings up a complete story in front of his coach. He explains how he recently discovered he has a stepfather, and that his true father requires a kidney transplant, so he stepped up and agreed to donate his kidney to his real father. Later, they are found on the bus off to the cheerleading camp. Throughout the bus journey, Carly continues singing stuff like, "We like driving, we like driving."
We like driving! We like driving!
In a cheerleader manner, which starts to become unpleasant for the boys at one point. As Carly hypes up the cheerleading team with her chants while walking in the moving bus, she falls in Shawn's lap twice, to which they both respond with clever remarks. When they arrive, they are greeted by a sea of beautiful young women, which Nick describes as heaven. A little time after the arrival of the Tigers at the cheer camp destination, their nemesis team, Panther, arrives. Shawn and Nick sense a conflict between the captains of these two teams as they bicker back and forth. After witnessing that, the boys, their cheer camp roomies, Jack from Calcutta, Adam, Downey, and another guy wearing a mascot suit. Opposite to the guys, their roomies are serious about cheerleading. Coach Keith, the camp director, and his wife Diora introduce themselves to the cheer camp participants. The boys are perplexed as to how Keith managed to score Diora, who is a stunning woman and has already captured Nick's attention. Coach Keith blatantly bans the cheers formation called Fountain of Troy, as it is considered dangerous. The boys are having the time of their lives by securing all the ladies, but Shawn is quickly smitten by Carly. Carly is a bit reluctant and untrusting, as she understands Nick and Shawn are only there for the girls. Shawn continues to pursue Carly, but Carly's boyfriend Rick turns up, even though he's only in his first year of college. Rick is a complete moron who refers to himself as a doctor, and to Carly as Carly and the Chocolate Factory, and other such nonsense. The next day, Nick, who has always been good with words, persuades a group of girls that they practice their lift routine in the pond while only wearing underpants because it helps with building strength as there is greater water resistance there. The guys end up hooking up in the pond, but as soon as they come out, they realize their clothes are missing, so they dash back to their rooms naked and are caught by Keith, who instructs them to repeat their cheer routine a few times before returning to their dorms.
Hey Tigers! Yeah! Hey Tigers! Yeah! What do we like to eat? Panther meat!
During a movie night, Shawn and Nick discover that Rick is a major cheat, and he's simply using Carly to keep his family happy and obtain anything he wants because their families are old friends. While Shawn tries to win Carly's heart, Nick has his sights set on Mrs. Diora. However, since it's been 2 weeks and both agree that this would be a 2-week thing, Nick tells Shawn that it's time to leave. Shawn insists on staying, but Nick keeps reminding him that their objective was to leave before the tournament after they had all their pleasure. Shawn is fixated on persuading Nick to change his mind. As Rick gets an idea about Shawn knowing his secret, he tricks Jack into taking him and his companions to Shawn and Nick's dorm while they practice. Rick discovers their bus tickets as well as Nick's diary, in which he chronicles his interactions with the females. Rick shows up at their practice and informs everyone about how Shawn and Nick both planned on leaving before the tournament. On the one hand, this causes problems for Shawn as Carly was only starting to trust him, but it also provides an opportunity for Nick because Mrs. Diora is charmed by the poetry he wrote about her in the diary. Shawn and Nick leave the next day to visit a buddy where they had originally intended to go after the 2 weeks. They realize this isn't where they want to be and that it isn't enjoyable anymore after they arrive, so they rush back to summer camp. Shawn repeatedly apologizes to a hurt Carly. Carly finally claims that she is just rehiring them because the team needs them. Finally, the competition day arrives, and all the teams are judged based on their abilities, chemistry, and moves. The Panthers perform admirably, and then it is the turn of the Tigers to shine. Carly is outraged when she witnesses her lover cheating on her with the captain of the Panthers during the lift motion, and she believes they can't win. Shawn suggests that they try the Fountain of Troy to improve their performance. Carly agrees, and they plot out the entire move while performing. They succeed in landing the complete move, but Shawn ends up falling off the stage into the sea. In the end, Carly kisses Shawn and immediately dumps Rick, while Nick finally manages to charm Diora and fools around with her behind Keith's back. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.